Hello everyone. Before I start today's session, I would like to share something with you. Some of my viewers suggested that I should record my videos in English. So from today onwards, I will be delivering the sessions in English. I also want to clarify that this YouTube channel is for everyone. However, the main motivation behind starting this channel was to help beginners who are entering the SAP world, specifically those who want to learn the SAP FICO module. My objective is to deliver complete FICO knowledge through different business scenarios so that learners not only understand system functionality but also learn the business context behind each process and requirement. I would also like to inform you that I have started SAP FICO S for HANA Batch 2 from 1st February 2026. The batch is currently in its initial stage and progressing well. If anyone is interested, you are most welcome to join the course. In this regard, I also request all of you to kindly view, like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that more beginners who want to learn SAP FICO can benefit from these videos and practice along with us. Now, coming to our course progress, we have successfully completed our baseline configuration, including the consistency checks, and now we are ready to move forward. At this stage, I want to explain the overall data flow or direction, project direction. Specifically, what should be the next step after completing the baseline configuration. Once you complete the baseline configuration in the development server, the next important step is to test all configured functionalities. In my opinion, the best way to test the configuration is by starting to post entries in GL accounts using transaction codes using such as F-02, FB50, etc. etc. Before we start posting GL entries, there are some prerequisites that must be fulfilled. Like first, one is for GL posting, you must have GL accounts available. If they do not exist, how you need to create them for testing purpose? We can create some GL accounts using transaction code FS00. We can also upload GL master data. As I explained in my previous videos, the GL account itself is the master data. Second, we must have profit centers. During configuration, we completed two important settings related to profit center. One is profit center activation through transaction 0KE5, and the second one making the profit center mandatory through document splitting configuration. For now, I will not go into detailed explanation. We will understand this better when we start maintaining and using them in transactions. Third, Third is we is call center. We must have call centers. We will also explain. I will also explain call centers in detail when we begin posting entries, so that you can better understand them practically along with business scenarios. Okay. So now we are uh, ready. We are ready to move ahead step by step and start testing our system through real postings. Now there are a few additional prerequisites as well, which we will discuss later. There are few more. For the time being, let us return to our first key point, which is creating the GL master, and which is also our today topics. We can create a GL master records in two ways. The first method is to create each GL account individually using transaction code FS00. And the second method is to upload GL master data in bulk using data migration tools such as LSMW, which complete abbreviation is Legacy System Migration Workbench, or LTMC oblique, or MYD, which is called Migrate Your Data as well, which is also known as Migration Cockpit. Now, let us understand this from uh, this from a real projects perspective. During what happened? During implementation, we complete our baseline configuration in the development server. Normally, we do not upload actual master data in the development environment because the development server is meant for configuration and testing for system design only. Its purpose is to validate whether our configuration and coding are working correctly or not. Once the configuration is stable, we transport it to the quality server QA server where unit testing or user acceptance tests are performed. In QA, business users test the system using master data and real business scenarios. If everything works as expected, the configuration is approved and then transported to the production server. However, in our case, since we are practicing in a single client landscape for training purpose, we will upload GL master data directly in the same system using MYD migrate to data, also known as migration cockpit. Understand? Please note, migration cockpit and migrate your data refer to the same tool. Some consultants use the technical term migration cockpit while other refers to it by its Fury app name migrate your data. There is no difference between them. LTMC and MYD are standard tools provided by SAP for data migration during implementation projects. You can consider MYD as the newer version or evolution of LTMC. You can say that. Within MYD, there are two technical approaches available. The one is migrate data directly from SAP system, file-based approach, and the second is migrate data using staging tables. In our case, we will use the staging tables approach, which is more structured and closer to real project practice. There is also another tool called LSMW, legacy system, which I discussed earlier and which I told you earlier. LSMW, legacy system migration backbench. This tool was widely used in SAP ECC systems. However, in S4HANA, it is not recommended, it has limited support, and it is not available in S4HANA Cloud. It can still be used in S4HANA on-premise system only. But even there, SAP strongly recommends using Migration Cockpit instead. So an important note for all of you, all my students, that knowledge of LSMW is useful for interview purpose, especially when discussing legacy ECC projects. However, in real S/4HANA implementation projects, Migration Cockpit is the preferred and recommended tool for data migration. Now, let's start learning from to upload GL master data in SAP S/4HANA using the Migrate Your Data application. The application is available in SAP Fury. If you if you already have the Fury Launchpad URL, you can directly open it in your browser. However, if you do not have the Fury application address, you can access it through SAP GUI. So first, let's open SAP GUI. Okay. Uh, in the command field, type the following transaction code /n /UI /FLP and press enter. Once you press enter, the system will redirect you to Fury Launchpad web page. Uh, enter your, wait a minute, my system. I have to plug the charger with my system first because it has low battery. Okay. Uh, yes. Here you will enter the same user ID and password that you normally use to log into SAP GUI. Um, I think. Okay. Now, after logging in, it is logging in. Okay. It is after logging in, you will see the Fury Launchpad where different applications appears in the form of the tiles. Now, go to the search bar at the top and here and type migrate your data. Select it. You will see the it is taking time because it is practice server. It should not be much. Okay, okay, okay. Actually, I was already in login. So first I try to sign out from this. Okay. Now we try to log in again. Okay. Create your data. Press enter. Yes. You will see the tile called migrate to data. Click on this tile. The system may take a few seconds to load and then uh, it will open the migrate to data application. Inside this application, it is opening. Okay. Inside this application, you will see different migration projects like KE, GL Master, OP, and AAA1. These are all projects. So, since we want to upload GL Master data, we first need to create our own new project. So, click on Create this button, and the system will ask you to select the migration method. Here we will choose migrate data using staging tables. As I mentioned earlier, this method allows you to upload data using predefined templates. Next, we need to enter a project name. It could be technically you can give any name to the project. However, in the real business environment, it is always recommended to choose a logical and meaningful name so that it is easy to identify among other migration projects. Um, Here we select HM. My company name was HM, I think. To panic and find out what was. Yeah, HM10. Uh, HM10 master. Okay. Uh, you choose the name after the select local SAP S/4HANA database. Um, Select the local SAP S/4HANA database schema. This means that the data we are unloading will be stored locally in the SAP system, same SAP system, instead of coming from another remote SAP server. So I choose this and click step 2. And in step 2, select local package. Because we are providing data locally, once you select local package, the step 3 button will become active. Click step 3. Okay. In this step, we need to select the migration object, which represent the type of data we want to upload. Since we want to upload GL master data type GL in the search wheel. One important thing is to remember in SAP is that whenever we refer to general ledger, we write it as this, not like this. Okay. And press enter. After searching, you will see multiple section options. In our case, we want to upload the GL master, so we will select FI GL account only, this one. Now move it to the right panel by clicking the right arrow, this one button, and then click preview. Okay. Uh, at this point, everything is ready. Now click create project. Create project. This is here. Create project. Now migration project. Your migration project will now be sorry. Uh, your migration project is here, which is you created, but its status is still not started yet. To begin working on it, select the project and click the right arrow button here, this one, to open it. Inside the project, you will see several migration steps under this action section. Uh, uh, like download template, upload file, prepare my mapping task, simulate, migrate. We will go through each of these steps one by one. The first step to download the template. SAP provides a ready-made template, usually in XML format, where we will enter the required data. After filling in the Data, we will upload the file, prepare the data, perform mapping tasks, run the simulation to check for errors, and finally migrate the data into the system. So first click download template and select XML files. XML files, okay. Choose the location uh, where you want to save the file. For example, I will save it on my desktop. Okay, desktop, save. After downloading the templates, uh, open it. Uh, wait, yes. Where is our file? This one. Open the file to MS Excel. When you open the file, you will see several sheets such as introduction, field days, general data, controlling area data, company code data, accounts name, and one another. Yeah. Account keywords. The introduction sheet provides basic information about the template. The field sheet contains a list of all fields used in different sheets. It also explains which fields are mandatory, their data type, and their maximum length. Uh, it is like this. Now let's move to the general data sheet and start entering the data required to upload the GL master. Okay. In the first column, the system is asking asking for the chart of account. Here you need to enter the chart of account that you created during your baseline configuration in S4HANA. Uh, go to your baseline configuration and try to find out what was the name of your chart of account. Did not write here. Go to SAP VD4 HM00. I think so. Yeah, it was HM00. Go back to Excel file. Okay, your chart of account was HM00. In the next column, it asks for the GL account number. This means you must enter the desired GL account number that you want to create or upload in the system. Before assigning the GL accounts number, it is important to recall the account groups that we created during the baseline configuration. Each account group defines the number range for the GL accounts. For example, uh, let's assume we want to create the following GL account like cash, capital, rent, salaries, other income, other expenses. Wait, just wanna. There is some issues with my battery. Okay. Based on the account group and number ranges that we identified earlier, like I show you here. Yeah, that was the chart of account and account group we created and uploaded and setting up in our system. So if you see the cash is fall under the 1210 number range. So back to your Excel sheet. If you want to create real account of cash, then number range of cash is 1210. And if you remember, during configuration we defined the GL account length as 8 digit. So this is 4 digit 1210, which is representing your GL account group, and the other 4 number I am selecting is for GL account number for cash. Understand? Just like that, capital falls in 2110, and other forward digit is 0001. Rent fall in 4110, and remaining 4 is 0001. The next one was salaries. Salaries is also fall in expense 4110, but we already take 0001. So here we will select 0002. And other income fall in 3310 group, and other 4 is 0001. And other expenses also fall in 4110, sorry, 4110. And we already took 1 and 2's GL account, so here we take 0003. Sorry, I missed 13. Okay, so copy the chart of account. Okay, now we select our GL account numbers. Now let's move the next column, which is GL account type. GL account type, if you analyze these accounts, you will notice that cash, uh, capital, as we discussed, it is not showing here, but we discussed cash and capital are balance sheet account. The above two, first two, cash and capital are balance sheet account. Rent, salaries, other income, and other expenses are profit and loss accounts. In the template, we represent these as follows. Balance sheet account we represent with X, and P&L accounts represent with P. I also show you in SAP these representation in FS00. And GL account type, here you can see balance sheet account is representing with X, and primary cost of revenue is representing with the P. Okay, come back to our Excel sheet. Okay, so next column is P&L statement account, which is mandatory to fill in P&L statement account. We mark all P&L accounts with X only. X. Okay. GL account group. The next column is GL account group, which is we already discussed earlier. Based on these account groups, we determine the GL accounts number in the second column, which is 1210, 2110, 4110, 4110, 3310, 4110. Okay. Now with this, the first sheet general data is now completed. Try to save this. Okay, save, yes. Now let's move to the next sheet, which is controlling area data. Here in this sheet, you will see several required columns where you need to enter information such as chart of account, GL accounts, controlling area, cost element category. Most of this information is already familiar to you. We entered in our first sheet already. Uh, However, I want to highlight one very important concept here. In SAP S/4HANA, the GL account and cost elements are unified. In earlier SAP version like SAP ECC, cost element had to be created separately, but in S/4HANA, when you create a GL account related to cost accounting, you also maintain the cost element category at the same time. This is why during the GL creation process, we must specify the cost element category. For example, 1 is used for primary cost element expenses and 11 is used for revenue accounts only. So whenever you are creating expense related GL accounts, you will use cost element category 1, and for revenue related accounts, you will use cost element category 11. After this, there is nothing else in the template that should create any confusion, I hope, for you, except the sort key field. We will discuss it later when we find sort key field. So chart of account, we put here chart of account, sorry, HM00. I copy it from here. So the second sheet is regarding cost element category. So here we do not enter any base balance sheet account. We put it here only P&L account only. Okay. So copy the P&L accounts only here. Paste it. Controlling area is also HM00. It is not necessary validate to date or validate from date. Cost element category will be 1 expense, 1 expense, 11 for revenue count, and 1. Save this. Uh, okay. After this company code data, chart of account, we already here chart of account, copy, paste, GL account, copy, paste, company code was HM10, copy, paste, uh, wait a minute. Okay. Account currency, INR. Mm, explain it a little bit to understand what is it. Okay. Balance is local. It is not necessary. It is not mandatory. Exchange rate difference key not mandatory. Valuation group not. No, 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 no. Short key. Short key would be 0001. Sorry, 0001. And field status group would be G001. And nothing is important or mandatory. Right, save this again. Yes, account, chart of accounts. And copy paste all your chart of account from here. Copy and paste it here. GL account is this. Paste. Language is English, which is represented with EN. Short text is cash, capital, rent, salaries, salaries, other income, and other expenses. Long term text is remain same. Save. Okay. Account keyword, chart of account. Copy again. HM00. GL account. Language key. No, our template is ready. Save it. Okay. So the next step is to upload it into the migration uh, project. Close this. Okay. Go back to your Fury app. Okay. Go back to the migration application is upload the file. Okay. Upload the file. Upload. Uh, this one. Once the file is uploaded, the system begins validating the system format and checking the data structures. After a few moments, the system displays the status message. Okay, good. Data successfully transferred to staging tables. Now, this means the file has been uploaded correctly and the data is now stored in the staging tables ready for. Now go back to start the prepare step. Prepare staging table. The system will start the preparation activity. You will see a message indicating that one activity is running. After a short time, definitely the preparation process will be completed. Okay. Once the preparation step is finished, move to the mapping task. Mapping task. Uh, Select all to be confirmed. Press confirm. Okay. Make sure all the item status would be or must be confirmed. Confirm again. Okay. Okay. All items are confirmed now. Go back. Simulate it. Start simulation. Uh, okay. Uh, Simulation system can check whether there are any errors or inconsistencies in the data. Once the simulation is completed successfully, we can proceed to the final step, which is migrate. And now we are in the stage of step migrate. Click migrate. Start migration. You are going to migrate data. The migration cannot be undone. Are you sure you want to? Yes. Okay. The system will process the data and upload it into the system. After the migration is completed, you will see the message indicating that the migration has been completed successfully. Okay, 100%. Now let's verify whether GL master records have been actually been created. For confirmation, we will go back to SAP GUI. Where is SAP GUI? Here is FS 00, and you can see GLs are created. Cash, equity, capital, sales, operating expenses. Uh, Thank you very much for watching today's session. If you found this lecture helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that more people who want to learn SAP S/4HANA FICO can benefit from these videos. This channel is especially designed for beginners who want to start their journey in SAP, even if they do not have any accounting or SAP background. My aim is to teach you SAP S/4HANA FICO in the simplest and most practical way so that complex concepts become easy to understand. If you still have any confusion about today's topic or if you have any suggestions to improve my videos, please feel free to write them in the comments section. Your comments are very valuable for me because they help me understand what you want to learn and how I can improve my teaching. I will always try my best to address your question and resolve your issues in a clear and understandable way. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you again for your support, and I will see you in the next lecture.